Alright, so to continue from the last video, I got the CZ50 stripped down, and I didn't find as many worn out pieces in the frame as I thought I was going to find, and it came apart very easily. I mean, it took maybe 20 minutes, no videos, no nothing. Just, I took it apart while I'm watching a movie. Let's see. I thought it was all rusted and stuff, but it's not. It's just all dirty and grimy. I stripped everything down except for the barrel. The barrel itself is actually pinned in right there, and it's a one-way thing. In order to get this barrel out, you would have to destroy this frame. So I'll kind of show how I took it off in order. First, I pressed the pin out for this. I actually clamped the bolt hold open to the side of the gun, and I tapped out the pin, and then I was able to get it out without the spring flying out. And then I bolted the bolt that's in the side and took the plate off. But to take the plate off, you had to push out that pin and that pin. One of the pins is for the trigger, this guy, and then the other pin was for this guy right here. But what I did is I partially pushed them to get this plate off, and then once the plate is off, it had spring tension against the magazine release, and after that came off, this comes out, and then after that comes out, and you can pull the trigger assembly out, comes right out, no problems. And then the next thing I did, I don't know if there's a better order or a better video on YouTube that shows a simpler way, but I took out the hammer assembly, which was very easy. This slides right out. And then after the hammer assembly came that piece. This pin was already partially pushed out. We just had to bang it out a little bit. I had the right pin to bang it out with, just with the little hammer, nothing crazy. And then after that piece came out, the safety lever and decocker assembly comes out. I kind of just held the detent and the spring down and slid it out, and it came out okay for me. Everything's very dry. It's not actually rusted, it's just grimy and dirty, but from a distance it looks like rust. And then the trickiest part of the whole thing was getting the slide release out of there. That was probably the most hokiest part, because the barrel, like I said, is pinned into place. It's pressed and then pinned, and I'm not taking it out. Maybe somebody else does, whatever. I didn't. So I actually clamped this to the side of the gun in as far as I could get it, and I was able to get a screwdriver in there and get the screw out. And once the screw is out, it slides right out the side. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wind up redoing the wood and redoing all the metal. But it looked like rust until I started looking closer, and it's just, I don't know, patina. So we'll clean it up, get everything all refinished and back together. But yeah, I didn't see no worn out pieces. I mean, spots where you would expect to see things worn. The only thing I did notice is this is bent. This is the bolt hold open part of it. And not only is it bent, but the little piece is kind of worn. The little nub that actually goes up when the magazine hits it. So I'll probably order that piece. Nothing else. I mean, the hammer stuff, it all looks nice and sharp and crisp. I'll clean it all up real good. That piece actually just goes into there, and it pushes down on the spring. This right here locks into the frame like that. there it is. So, I mean, even the decocker part, it doesn't look worn out. I think it has a lot, the malfunctions has a lot to do with the firing pin in general, but also as this thing slides back and forth, it presses on this release, and it's dependent on that for the firing pin to slide back into position so that it can fire again. It's not gonna slam fire. It doesn't have that much tension on it, but it just doesn't work properly. So all this is gonna get replaced and cleaned up real well. And that's about it. Hopefully next time I try to fire this thing, hopefully it functions properly, or at least better than last time.